actually enjoyed the song quite a lot. Maybe I'll listen to it more. Hey guys, today we're going to react to Iron Maiden, The Writing on the Wall. This is a lyric video, so check out the original video in the description. And this was recommended by a subscriber, so thank you for recommending that. It's 7 minutes long and I'm not really sure what you expect, but apparently it's like a thought-provoking song or something like that, I'm not really sure. So if you guys have another song that I should probably check out, also put that in the comments down below so I can check it out in the future. So yeah, let's see what this is all about. We got the volume up, we got the song. Already sounds pretty acoustic, you know? Okay, I'm going to pause right here and rewind a little bit so I can tell you guys my first impressions of whatever this was, because it was a really cool intro and I actually really enjoyed it. I feel like I'm getting really like immersed into the story or whatever they're trying to propose to us right here. And I really like the acoustic guitar intro right here, I think that really sets the mood. It kind of feels like a desert or something kind of like Arabic maybe, or like in a very desert place or in a very desolate apocalyptic world maybe. Maybe that's what it's talking about. Maybe it's after, I don't know, the nukes fell down on Earth. Not really sure. Maybe the aliens invaded Earth. I'm not really sure. But the lyrics are about to come up and let's check it out. Also, I think they like mixed up together the acoustic guitar with the electric one. I think I need to listen to that again, and that's really cool. That's kind of unusual. Usually what happens is that the acoustic guitar plays, then the electric one does not play at all because it sounds a little bit too, like it's too distant from each other, you know, so there's no real harmony between. And the electric guitar will probably drown the acoustic one because, you know, it's far more silent, I guess. And yeah, let's continue. Okay, I'm going to pause right here and rewind a little bit so we can enjoy later. Whew, okay, so I already have a lot of ideas of what the song may be talking about. Like I said before, it gave the scenario of a desert. So, it said the word desert right there, and I kind of smiled because I was like, maybe I am right. Across the painted desert lies a train of vagabonds. So that's interesting. Another thing that really caught my attention was not only the writing on the wall, because it's a common expression, but also the Riders on the Storm, which is the Doors song. So I don't know if it's related. I'm not really sure when this was released. If Iron Maiden had any sort of like connection to the Doors. Maybe, I don't know, Bruce Dickinson. I'm not sure how old he is actually. So I don't know if he's that old. Not that old. That sounds kind of harsh, but but like I don't know if he's old enough to have like personally met the Doors as a band instead of as a fan, for example. Maybe Bruce Dickinson was in a show, not really sure. You guys can tell me in the comments. Maybe there's nothing to do with anything. Maybe I'm just, making connections where they aren't. But yeah, the drums sound very heavy, and it has the Iron Maiden signature sound, which is kind of like not a heavy metal. It's more like a hard rock mixed with some heavy metal, a little bit of blues as well. I can sense a little bit of it, and it's very nice. It's very heavy, and Bruce Dickinson really delivers with the great lines. Very melodic and kind of like drags throughout the song. He's kind of like the main force. Imagine Iron Maiden's a ship. This is my analogy. Iron Maiden's a ship, and he's the captain. He's basically turning the wheel to, wherever you need to go. And I feel like that's what Bruce Dickinson does with all the other instruments in the background. So let's continue. Okay, I'm going to pause right here and rewind a little bit so we can enjoy the next solo, but I would also want to talk about the guitar solo that came before and some of the lyrics which are giving me some ideas. So before I forget these ideas, I'll talk about them and then we'll resume the song because I'm really enjoying it actually. It kind of has like a gothic and Nordic maybe kind of feeling to it. It's very epic. It's like a battle I feel like you could literally just put you could literally just put a battle scene from like a movie over this song. It would make it very epic, you know. Like, I don't know, have you guys seen that movie? I don't know what it's called, with the 300 Spartans and stuff like that. I don't know if it's called 300, but I may be wrong. But I feel like if you put this song there, it would probably have like an epic battle scene, pretty much. Holding on to fear is all that we ever know. So pretty much this is in the perspective of a warrior, or somebody who's fighting for somebody or something, for maybe like a cause. And apparently, ignorance or judge and jury, all we've got to show. So yeah, from Hollywood to Babylon, holy war to kingdom come. Okay, on a trail of dust and ashes when the burning sky is done. Burning sky kind of reminded me of like the Hindenburg, maybe because it was a burning ship coming down from the sky. So maybe there's some kind of correlation, because I know that Iron Maiden does have some references to history, so maybe it has something to do with that. I'm not really sure if this song specifically is talking about a specific event in history. Let some tell me in the comments. But for now, I can't really connect to a specific battle, more like a battle in general, you know. Wait. A tide of change is coming, and that is what you fear. It kind of reminds me of Roger Waters' song. I think it's called the Tide is Turning, I think it's called. So maybe it has the same message, I'm not really sure. And yeah, let's see. You're just too blind to see. That kind of makes sense because of the whole message of the writing on the wall. Pretty much something is about to happen, but somebody else doesn't see the writing on the wall. So yeah, maybe that's what it's talking about. Maybe it's a war, maybe it's the end of the world, an earthquake or something like that, like a natural disaster maybe. Maybe this is about climate change, maybe this is like a political theme as well. I don't know. Let's continue. And about the guitar solo, it was really cool, kind of bluesy as well, like I said before. I cannot remember who the guitarist was, because it's been a while since I reacted to Iron Maiden, so I need to, you know, get dragged into the Iron Maiden universe again. But it sounds really good, whoever it is. Okay, I'm going to pause right here before we end the song, because these are my final thoughts before we end this. Let me rewind a little bit back. Whew, that was a great guitar solo, and not only was it a guitar solo, but I would say that it was actually like a drum solo as well, because the drums were so good, man. Like, the drums really complemented the guitar solo so well, to the point that I was more focusing on the drums at some points more than the guitar, because it really like filled in the gaps so perfectly and kind of like transitioned into another part of the guitar solo and everything. So it was really smooth and really nice. It didn't feel out of place. It didn't feel like the guitar solo was kind of falling apart. It felt like it was going in a very nice direction in like waves and stuff like that. So that was very nice. Tell me in the comments who the drummer is, because he did a good job, whoever he is. And yeah, I'll probably analyze the lyrics after we finish this. So let's see how it's gonna end. I have a prediction. I feel like it's going to end the same way that it began, with an acoustic guitar and kind of like a chill, more laid back kind of vibe, maybe, to really end the song in kind of like a emotional way, maybe. I'm not really sure. Maybe it's like a loop. Let's see. I think I can hear a storm. Oh, there's wind. I think there's a storm. Maybe there are cars. This is like a windy desert, pretty much. Maybe at night, because it's usually hot in this, not hot, cold in the Sahara Desert. There was a motorcycle, I think. Maybe the bombs are falling now. Very windy. That motorcycle was really, it's kind of rusty, you know? Okay, so I think that's the end of the song. I actually enjoyed the song quite a lot. Maybe I'll listen to it more off camera and stuff. I'm not really sure. But I have done a few reactions to Iron Maiden before, so you guys can check it out. There's a playlist on the channel of all of the reactions to Iron Maiden and other bands as well, if you're interested. I feel like I did Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, which was a really good song as well. And my favorite is probably going to be Hallowed Be Thy Name, I think it's called. That was a really good one as well. And it kind of has the same signature Iron Maiden sound as this one, for example. So maybe they were made at the same time, I'm not really sure. So yeah, let's go back a little bit and try to discover what it's actually talking about, make some interpretations, and you guys can also tell me in the comments if I'm correct, if I'm wrong, what do you think, your interpretation and stuff like that. All that's left of what we were, it's what we have become. So pretty much maybe in the perspective of a warrior, simple civilians who are now turned into like killing machines, maybe for their country, maybe for themselves, I'm not really sure. Once our empire is glorious, but now the empire is gone. Maybe this is like a post-apocalyptic kind of thing where, you know, there were soldiers fighting towards other countries, for their countries, or I guess their empires. But now the war that broke out kind of like devastated the land. Now there is no empire at all, because, you know, maybe everything exploded. Maybe it's like a fallout. The dead gave us the time to live, and now our time is done. Maybe talking about those who fought in the war, the Great War, I guess you could say, and died so these guys could live. I'm not really sure. Let's see. Now we're victorious, we have become our slaves. Interesting. Now we're victorious, we have become our slaves. A land of hope and glory building graveyards for the brave. Maybe talking about how eventually we succumb to greed and we'll go back to the old ways, even though we know that war is bad, killing is bad, lying is bad, stealing is bad. We still do it either way, knowing that it's bad, for selfish reasons or emotive ones as well. So, eventually, land of hope and glory, building graveyards for the brave, pretty much a place where there is no real peace. We just keep prolonging the fight until we kind of like explode, pretty much. So, eventually we need to build graveyards, we need to build stuff for the brave ones who fight for us, and yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm pretty sure I'm overthinking too much, but have you seen the writing on the wall? Pretty much talking like a superior way. Have you seen what it actually means? Have you seen what it's actually causing and everything? Have you seen the writing? I think there's a verse in the Bible talking about like writing on the wall, but I'm not really sure if that's where it comes from, like the expression and stuff. Can you see the writers on the storm? Maybe this is just a reference to the Doors. Maybe it doesn't really need to mean anything. Maybe it's just like a little, like the Doors, haha, funny, Maybe it has nothing to do with anything. The writers on the storm could also be like post-apocalyptic soldiers who fight for their survival, who are raiders maybe, like who ride in the storm of the desert where once was green, lakes and water and stuff, now it's desert, and they're raiding places to try to survive, get supplies for their villages maybe. I don't know. Can you see the writing? Okay, so this is, okay. Holding on to fury is all that we ever know. So pretty much talking about how we will pretty much we'll go to our old ways even though the world is over, quote unquote. Maybe that's what it's talking about. Ignorance or judge and jury, all we've got to show. Pretty much talking about how all that it's kind of like a pessimistic way of looking at it maybe, but all we've got to show about humanity is the fact that we are very ignorant, From Hollywood to Babylon, Holy War to Kingdom Come, so basically talking about different time spaces, from Hollywood to Babylon, Holy War to Kingdom Come, so there are different times in our history that the same human behavior really behaved the same way for like thousands of years, pretty much. Even today and yesterday and probably in the future as well. On a trail of dust and ashes when the burning sky is done. Maybe talking about the end of the world with a nuke or a huge atomic bomb or something, where a trail of dust and ashes will be falling from the sky. Not really sure. Maybe it's related to Hiroshima and Nagasaki in World War II. I don't know. A tide of change is coming, and that is what you fear. Maybe talking about politicians fearing what the masses want to believe in, because you can't really control the narrative if you don't have them thinking what you're thinking, pretty much. So yeah, maybe it's kind of like an optimistic way of saying that people are eventually gonna be freed from war and they won't fight anymore. Maybe world peace is achievable, or maybe it's just just a way of saying that maybe it is possible to unite, you're just too blind to see. Have you seen the writing on the wall? Talking about, like, in a superior way, how they have more reason than the other one, because they see what's going to happen because of what is happening now, perhaps. And then it repeats the same verses. I don't think it really changes much. So yeah, I think the writing on the wall is kind of like about a post-apocalyptic thing. Maybe it's based on a book, you guys can tell me. I don't really read books because, I do read books, but very specific ones. One book that I'm reading right now is the Doors one from John Densmore that my girlfriend got for me. I think it's called Riders on the Storm, actually. So there's a coincidence. And yeah, I think that's what it's talking about, like a post-apocalyptic world where riders on the storm are just trying to survive, and talking about the precursor to how the world ended as a whimper instead of a kaboom, maybe. Not really sure. Maybe this was released in the middle of the Vietnam War, which would make sense because, it was kind of like a very specific time where people were very paranoid and scared of dying to a nuke. There were bunkers around the cities. There were like secret facilities. People were trying to scavenge for food and stuff for the post-apocalyptic world, and it never came. So maybe it will in the future. I'm not really sure. Maybe I should start stocking up food. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have more Iron Maiden songs that I should react to, comment down below, and also like and subscribe if you want more of this, because I do appreciate it. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.